Hi. I hope you were able to catch this morning's episode of Sons of Liberty. I was with Tim this morning. Yesterday I was with Bradley, and we all discussed the treasonous triumph that President Trump is having with education overreaches. And a lot of people are wanting to discount that, it's a bunch of boo, it's a bunch of hooey and all that kind of stuff. And well, guess what I got in the mail this morning? That's right. A special offer just from the president to stop the left wing nuts, as he has called them, from screwing up our nation. All right. Now, if you did happen to catch either of the Sons of Liberty interviews, you were able to hear evidence that cannot be refuted about how he is doing just as much as what he's finger pointing at everyone else about. But I wanted you to see this, okay? Um, oh, goodness, I just don't even know where to start. Okay, so here we go. From the Soviet Union to Cuba and now Venezuela, the past 100 years of history are littered with examples of the true cost of big government socialism. Well, now, how about the big cost of socialism in America that's been going on since what, the early 30s, I believe it is? But we're not a socialist nation. Okay. I'm just going to leave it there. Okay. And I know that if the ultra partisan liberal speaker, Nancy Pelosi, and the Democrats get sleepy Joe Biden as their ally in the White House in the next election, it will be the end of capitalism and free enterprise in America. No, that's going to go away because of the USMCA that Trump has helped put into motion. So, again, we have talked about this in both yesterday's interview and then this morning of the finger pointing that it's all one party's fault when it's both parties, including our president. And he's even asking for a donation to help stop this stuff. And oh, goody, you can get a free hat. Oh, isn't that going to help make America great again? All right, but here's the letter. All right. If you want to bring America's economy roaring back and stop the liberal Democrats from using the Chinese virus pandemic to turn our nation into a failed big government socialist country like Venezuela, well, how about your collusion with Bill Gates and China to come up with a vaccine? Is that not going to be part of a socialist country as well, especially with a mandate for everyone to get a vaccine? Okay, what about this? Oh, it's going to be much worse than Obama, believe me. Well, we're already there. In less time than one presidential term, he has helped advance more agenda that's globalism and socialism than in Obama's 8 years or any of the other presidents before him. And he's calling it out again that it's all the left's fault. Okay? The big government socialist representative, Alexandria, whatever her name is, with her Green New Deal. Well, look at all the legislation that he has already signed into law that supports STEM. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. And what is majorly behind that? The Sustainable Development Goals, which are going to ram green down our throats, whether Alexandria, what's her name, puts her plan into motion or not. Oh, come on. Medicare for all? That hasn't gone away. It's only gotten a new name. All right? Uh, I cannot believe some of the garbage that is being sold as partisanship when he is just as guilty as the ones he's pointing out to. All right? The radical liberals and big government socialist extremists who now run the Democratic Party will say anything, do anything, and spend anything to lie about my accomplishments, tear me down, and defeat me. I think you're doing a pretty good job on your own, dear, of all this, because you know what? There are radical liberals and big government socialists in the Republican Party just as well. And if that wasn't bad enough, their spending on this election is obscene. All right? He keeps on going by finger pointing to Michael Bloomberg and George Soros. Well, dude, are you going to admit that you're tied to George Soros or Michael Bloomberg? Are you going to point out that it was the big banks who bailed your butt out and how they have bought you and now they've put you in place? And you're going to sit there and whine, moan, and complain that it's all the Democrats? People, as we pointed out in both of the Sons of Liberty's interviews, this is the kind of junk that is supposed to be dividing us. And it's using education, and it's pointing that education is all the fault of one party when it's not. And this is what we want 4 more years of? We don't need Trump. We don't need Biden. We need someone who honors the Constitution, who loves this nation, and is going to put a stop to all this finger pointing. If you missed either of the archives, I'll try and have them up. No, I look a mess. I've been up for hours, got very little sleep last night because I've been so troubled over what's been going on. And I hope that it troubles you to the point that you do something to help spread the truth so that people can be freed from this ideology that it's all one party's fault. Take care, guys. Have a great day.